Hi there, I'm Linda, the lady of Lady and the Frogs. It's frogs because I have stuffed frogs. That's it. So today is Vlogtober day 13. And it is actually the 13th of October. So this video is about decluttering, and it's kind of why I have struggled. So this is some old footage, and when I say old footage, it is over a year old. Last year I started doing some decluttering, and I thought I'll do the 30-day decluttering challenge. Now I know that there's different versions of it where you have a printout sheet and you do like a category, but I was doing the 30-day decluttering challenge where you just pick an area or you just declutter one item. So on day 1 you declutter 1 item, on day 2 you declutter 2 items, on day 3 3 items, 4 so on and so on, and then you end up decluttering like 400 and something items, I think. So I basically completely failed the 30-day decluttering challenge. I think I got to day 21. So I will show you the footage because I did record most of it and I was going really well. So I'll show you the footage next of my decluttering that I was doing, which was in, I think I started in like May 2021, and it's now October the 13th, obviously 2022. And then I'll do some thoughts as to why I failed and why it didn't work for me. I know that a lot of people absolutely rave by the 30-day challenge, but it just didn't work for me. So this is the footage of all the stuff that I've decluttered up to 21 days. And then if you fast forward to this timestamp, I'll have my thoughts as to why I failed. So, roll the tape, Simon, roll the tape. Oh. Okay, day 1 declutter is this thing that I have here. Oh, it's still really dirty. I have cleaned and I've cleaned and I've cleaned it, and I've given up and I'm going to donate it. I have the original box. Even the top of this is dirty. We've got a new fat fryer, which we got ages ago. We got it at Christmas, and it's now, yeah, whatever. It's late summer. So the other fat fryer's in the corner there, behind the Mr. Muscle. But this, I'm just going to take this to the charity shop, and I've been good enough that I've kept the manuals, I've kept the box, so somebody will be happy with that. But the lid on it, I cannot get this clean. It is disgusting. I have tried and I have tried to clean it, but I mean, even this, it's like that bit is clean, but it's just not happening. So I'm going to donate this now today, and carry on my life without this fat fryer. Although I like the fat fryer, I feel like I've put on more weight since we had a fat fryer, so it's obviously not a good thing. But so right, it's going anyway. Not that the air fryer is any better. Day 2 of the decluttering challenge. This I listed on eBay last night, and I have sold this for £30 today. It is used, and we liked it, but we had it in 2019, and then to 2020 the heat wave started, and this was caked in dust, and it's on the back as well, and we just thought we're going to get rid of it. We've got an open fan, which is actually more powerful. It's also supposed to be being quiet fan, but after a year of using it, it wasn't so quiet. So we don't need 2 fans, we really don't. So other things for day 2 that I have decluttered. I've listed this on eBay. which is one of my brother passed away last year, so this is one of his things, which I felt like I didn't want to list it on eBay because it's sentimental, and he's got 2 of them. So, you know, if this one sells, I've still got that one, and you know, I may well get rid of them both, but this one is definitely listed despite it being sentimental. And I probably listed it for too much, so I may have to drop the price on that, but I've taken the jump and I've decluttered it. Day 3 is a bit random. This is actually, I've sold these on eBay and I'm just about to post them. I've got $5.99 for both of these newspapers. I had in this stupid habit of collecting you know, Metro papers when I lived over where they were free, and I used to keep ones like this which I thought were iconic. I've also got David Bowie, so I mean it's like a right contrast, but I thought, why am I don't even like Margaret Thatcher. Let's get rid of these. And the third thing for day 3 is a board game which was a gift, which I've already sold and posted because I listed it on eBay and it sold really fast. Right, day 4. This thing has we've had it here hanging off the curtain. The curtain's actually been replaced as well because the backing of it was all screwy, so I've got a new curtain up. But this thing we've had up there collecting dust, which we got at the Chinese New Year thing. I don't know what is wrong with the focus. Why are you not focusing? Yeah, so anyway, it's nice and glittered and the glitter falls off and it's just generally a dust trap. And I don't know, I've had this for about a decade in other places that we've lived, but it's just tatty. There's bits falling off it, you know, it's time for it to go. Yeah, so with that and the curtain, my husband has got ahead of decluttering and decluttered his wardrobe. So this, apparently we don't need the sleeping bag, and he's donated 2 t-shirts there to get rid of. So that's technically 5 things, but this is day 4. This is day 5, 6 and 7 all in one, and I appreciate how stupid it looks because I still have more magazines under there, which I'm in the process of reading through, because this is terrible. There's just a dumping ground, and these have accumulated since Christmas. So there's 5 there, there's 6 here. You know, it's not crap as well. We do read Vogue. My husband reads these too. He's won a terror for bringing me a magazine home. And then, so yeah, there is 7 there because, well, it's more than 7 actually, because I'm at the moment, I'm just packing something up. I'm doing all my eBay stuff there. So I'm just using these as padding these out. The rest of these are probably going to go in recycling, to be honest. And there's no resale value in it. I know that some of them are Vogue, but some of them have also been read in the bath, and it's, you know, well, usually when I put that on my eBay listings that I've read them in the bath, people think it's like some kind of X-rated thing and they bid high, but I'm not getting involved in it. I've got enough to put on eBay. Right, so 5, 6 and 7. Magazine level is down, but I still have to read through those ones. Oh dear, I'm a bad person. Okay, day 8. I am literally just going to pop out to B&M Bargains. So I know, well, I've got to drop off my post, and I know that there's a charity bin. So I'm hoping this charity bin's actually going to take stuff. So I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 bits there, which I've already vetoed. Are not going to go into my stock, my eBay stock. It's something that somebody donated me, and they're going to be awkward to list. They're lesser brands because they're things like Pretty Little Thing, and I'm just going to put them in the charity bin. This is something which somebody bid on and then said they didn't want it, and it's been listed for ages, so I just never relisted it. So that is going. This, I mean, I do like this guy. It's been sat on the windowsill keeping me company for ages. This is something that I have bought. I bought it for, it says jelly kitten. It says, you know, a jelly cat thing. I bought it, I think, for £1 or something. I think I paid £1.50. I think I got totally ripped off. But it's not, I can't resell it because it's really worn out. So I'm going to part with this guy. Sorry, you know, I know you've been there, but you do keep falling on the floor as well. This is something for my reselling business. I am never, ever, ever, ever going to accumulate all of these bloody mugs, so that's going. I have this ironing board cover, which I bought from a UK seller, which then turned out to be drop shipped from China. And when I got it, this is 100 times bigger than an industrial ironing board cover, and there's no way of securing it, so that's going. This is for cigars. Because they're so nice, these wooden boxes, we've sort of kept that thinking we're going to use it for something, and it's never happened. And then my kitchen declutter started. This tin I'm going to put on eBay because, you know, I've got too many tins, but this is quite a nice one. I'm sure I can get rid of that one on eBay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11 there, but I'm counting that as one. It's 9 AM and I'm going to go and I'm going to put these straight in this charity bin, which I know is on the walk to Asda. And then these things are not in my way, except for that, which I am going to put on eBay. So, you know, things are moving on. Just rip the band-aid off. Oh yeah, the other thing I didn't mention is this. This is something, I just don't want to look at it anymore. It's winding me up. This is something that my brother had in his personal effects, because this is the sort of thing that happens when you end up with a degenerative disease. You end up with kids' toys. So this, I think I was going to resell it, but I just don't want to look at it anymore. It's just too upsetting. It's annoying. I just, you know, because if it isn't bad enough that you get a degenerative disease, you know, then people start bringing stuff like that into your life. You know, because apparently, you know, if you've got a degenerative disease, you've got to start looking at children's toys. You know, I know that I sit here with children's toys all day long, but that I don't want to look at. So that's going. Okay, that is everything. Okay, this is day 9 and I am decluttering, well, cleaning the kitchen. It's a clean. So I have got opened food, which is disgusting. So there's at least 9 things here. I mean, this my husband didn't put in the fridge. Jesus, sometimes. And there's various things that are opened here, and other things which aren't opened but are very expired. This one is 2017, so we're not having that. Thank you very much. We have, for some reason, 3 bottles of honey, even though nobody has honey. So I've thrown away the 2 opened ones because I don't even know how long they've been here. And then various opened things here, which are very expired. 2018 and 2019. I know that's not that bad, but I don't think we're ever going to use these things. I don't even know how long half of this has been here. So it's going because it's expired, and it's more than 9 items, but so what. This is day 10, 11 and 12 all together, because I have today been cleaning my kitchen, just waiting to put filters back. I have cleaned everything, so I've also gone through all cupboards because
well, everything's been cleaned so that it looks nicer. This was the big problem cupboard, but I still need to get some risers for that. So a lot of stuff has come out of there. So this is day 10. So as you can see, these are disgusting. You can't, you know, we're going to end up with Alzheimer's in old age. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's nice, but you know, when am I going? I'm not going to be entertaining and creating wonderful things for Christmas. This is brand new packaging, never used it, and this I did really like this, but my husband denies cutting it up, but somebody's cut it up, and it wasn't me. I don't think a burglar would come in just to cut a cooker liner in half. So these are what we're getting rid of. This just, we like doing baking here, but we haven't really, nothing rises in here, what with it being the doorway to hell. We would like to replace these ones. So I may well just put them aside so that I remember what I need to replace. But these are all going. So that's day 10. And then day 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I thought it would be a really good idea to buy an antique mould, jelly mould, but then I actually made some jelly. It doesn't taste anything like it did back in the day. You know, jelly and ice cream, there's a reason that kids today don't have jelly and ice cream, because the jelly ain't jelly anymore. It's disgusting. I got that because I thought it was the one that had the colour changing nose, and it didn't. That's chipped. Oh, this is actually more than 11 items, because we've got whiskey stones in here, which we've never used, as you can see, because they're wrapped up. So yeah, there's actually 12 items here, but this is day 11. And there's stupid things like, why do irons always come with something that's so small you would never use it? I just use a jug. So that's going. I probably would have kept that, but for the fact that it's just one on its own. So yeah, day 11, and then day 12. These we would like to keep, but this is dangerous. The lid, these have got to go in the bin. There is some really sharp bits around the edge of that. And then this one has got a dink out the corner. Yeah, really sharp, nasty thing. Oh, there it is. There's several of them. So they're going. We have another one of that size, and that one's got a little mark on it as well, a little doink out of it. So we need to replace that, and my other Pyrex as well has got a doink out of it. I don't know what's going on here. I'm sure I'm quite careful with my Pyrex, but apparently not. So I need to get some more Pyrex, so that will happen in due course. I'll write that down, otherwise I'll forget. I'm going to write down what I'm doing with my 30-day decluttering and put down stuff which I need to replace so that I remember. This, not sure why we've got that. Ice cube trays. This is a cool one, but yeah, Star Wars. But it's actually really crap for making ice. This is feasible, but because it's in the shape of record grooves, it gets really dirty. This we've never used, as with them, and that is sealed. And then a bag, which, you know, I went through all my reusable bags which are there, and that one, it's still got tags on it, so we never use it. I think it's one of those ones where you're forced to buy stuff. And I've got some other bits here. This is something from work which I need to get rid of. This is something that my husband brought back from one of his workplaces, and it's just irritating me. I'm not going to sell it. And then I've got 2 board games there which are not selling, so I'm going to get rid of them today, because I've got to go to UPS today, so I just want to put it in the charity bin so that I get it out of the house. So yeah, that is day 10, 11, 12, plus some excess. So that's me done. Day 14 and 15, and this is more than 30 items of clothing from my stuff I've had donated from family, and resale stuff which just isn't selling. Oh, it's got stains on it and stuff I just can't be asked with dealing with. So I'm going to donate all of this. It's probably about 40 items actually, but this is day 14 and 15. Day 16, the start of, is getting rid of this silly ass coat hat stand thing, which is sat here creating clutter. So I'm going to get rid of it, and hopefully I'll do something better than accumulate coats in my life. And I've got some, what's this, Soap and Glory stuff, which was from a set from Christmas, which I've got so much hand cream, it's starting to irritate me, and dry shampoo, what is that? Then I have this coat which featured in actually one of my Christmas Vlogmas videos. I haven't worn this, so I'm going to put it in my stock. I picked up a Hard Rock Cafe denim jacket, so I'm wearing that more than I would ever wear this. It's just a little bit too small as well. It says it's a UK 16, but that's lies. Well, maybe if they don't have any tits. Then I've got a hoodie there, which I don't wear anymore, so that's going. And then I've got a gift there that I had for my birthday, which is just not, it's not going with my decor, and it's a bit of a plumpy cushion and I don't want it. So I'm going to actually re-gift that to somebody whose birthday it is shortly. So that's actually what that bit is as well, because I'm going to wrap that up and post that. So I've got these bits, and now I've got to find some more. So this is the rest of day 16. I've got some stain fails there, and sewing jobs which I did and then found that they had stains, and other things and stuff I'm not quite happy with. So I've got to take that off my stock spreadsheet. That was a t-shirt that I had, which I don't want. That's got a piece, well, it's got 3 pieces missing actually, I think. This hat, which I got when we were in honeymoon on Cyprus. Is it even genuine or is it fake? I think it's fake. I don't wear that. And then I've got another one of these. So that's going to go. I'm going to try and take these to the charity shop on the way in to take my post. So yeah, I've started stalling with this because the stuff seems to just keep accumulating in the hallway and I don't get rid of it. So it's becoming, now I've got to like halfway point. The amount of stuff which you're accumulating to get rid of is becoming quite frustrating. Day 17 is a lot of like random, I've got a whole little bin bag here which I just need to go through. I sorted out my medical cupboard, medical drawer, and this is all expired medicine, you know, and stuff which we've used and things like Optrex, and there's a whole load of it here. Lots and lots of bits which are expired, and I'm going to dispose of these properly by taking them to the pharmacy, which is why I'm just going to go through these, because the woman at the pharmacy told me that if I bring in all my medicine and have it disposed of properly, so I'm going to do that, which includes my old inhalers as well. So that's day 17. There's more than 17 things in here. Long overdue job. Thankfully done. This is day 18 of decluttering, and I need to get this stuff out of the door because my husband keeps going through it and taking stuff out. Right, so this container is going, I'm sure it's broken. Yes, it's got a split in the back of it. I'm starting to think I was like being a bit weird then. I've got this accessory which I don't use. It's part of my steamer, but honestly, I'm sure I've stripped wallpaper since I've had that steamer. And I've never used that. I'm sure it was just a pain. There was something wrong with that, so that's going. This, I mean, I'm never going to get into laminate flooring. I know that I'm sitting on laminate flooring, but I would never, ever, 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 ever get into it again. Jeez. This saw, I don't really know how I'm going to get rid of that. I think we're going to take that down to my parents, because obviously we live in an apartment. We don't have trees to cut down. This draft excluder doesn't work on fire doors, and we live in an apartment. We've got hundreds of these, and you don't really paint that much. That, I don't know why we've got a mallet. Again, I think wallpapering is the devil's work. What is this? I don't know. I know my husband's vetoed that. That's disgusting. These are all scratched and they need to go. There's 4 of them. Extension cables we've got loads of. And this is the thing, is I put these extension cables in this bin and then my husband's dragged a load of them out. So it's like really irritated me because, you know, we're still going to end up with 9 extension cables. So two extension cables. This, I mean, I know that, you know, potentially, there's another one of these things in here. I know potentially that, you know, we could like need to plumb the washing machine in or something, but you know, if it comes to that, we'll buy them. So there's actually 3 hoses in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and it's actually 19 if you count the container. But all of this is going, whatever I can donate, I'll donate, but some of it is just going to have to be thrown away, like them. Okay, I need to get this out of my door because it's driving me up the wall. Okay, day 19. This is following over from all the DIY stuff. That's going because we never, ever, ever have it charged up for the moment that we need to stick a hole in a wall, so it's gone. It's going on eBay, actually. Some teddy bear clothes, teddy bear sunglasses, a nail file, which is always knocking around, but I never use, teddy shoes, teddy beret, and a pile of magazines, which have, I intended to read these. I got rid of a whole load of other magazines, and then I intended to read these. And I think I've like cursory flicked them through, and it's just time to just draw a line under them. I am not going to be sitting reading magazines. I've got way too much to do. It doesn't involve sitting browsing poxy magazines. Day 20 of decluttering is a whole load of cables. These I have just checked with my phone. I don't even know what they are. They don't fit anything that's in this place. I've got loads of these, which seems like a really good idea to keep SCART leads. They probably, some of them go with printers, but everything's wireless now, or HDMI. I've kept 2 SCART leads because we have, this is our TV, and it is actually an old TV, in that I can't mirror anything to it. So we do still use SCART leads, so I've kept some of them. Another extension cable, which was in another box of wires. 2 phone cases for my old phone, which are so disgusting, they probably just need to go in the bin. A bag. This is a pair of oven gloves, which every time we use them, it's a terrifying ordeal because they've obviously worn out because your hands just heat up. I've got a Tangle Tees here, which I bought. I think I briefly used it. So this was when Debenhams was going bust. And it's absolutely rubbish. I don't know why anybody rates Tangle Tees. The Dragon's Den did the right thing, telling him to take a hike. I will be getting rid of that. This alarm clock doesn't keep time. It's a pain in the arse. This, I keep trying it and it absolutely is agonising and burns my face, so I'm just going to throw that away. I did think about like cleaning my feet with it, but it's disgusting. This, I mean, I know she looks a bit forlorn in that she doesn't want to be sold, but she's been knocking around for a bit. I think I bought her to resell, and then she's just sat on the shelf. Still got the sale tag on, even though she was sat on the thingy, so she's going to go into stock. And then I've got all of these empties, which I'm going to put these on eBay. I think I need to wash these. So Braised Honey and Otifix. I absolutely love these. So what you do is once you've got 5 of these pots, you can exchange them for a free one. Bring back 5 clean pots and get a fresh face mask. It's not going to happen because these are the only ones that I like, and they've discontinued Braised Honey and Otifix. So I went in and I tried another one, and they suggested this. This one is absolutely horrible. It makes your face all sticky and it's not very good. It's nothing compared to these. So I don't think there's another 2 as well that I used to like of the Lush fresh face masks, and both of those seem to have been discontinued as well, so they can take a hike. I'm just going to put them on eBay. People do want them. Somebody only needs to add another 1 to that for their freebie, but I don't think I'm going to be shopping in Lush anymore if they're going to be doing stupid shit like that. So yeah, that is 20 things for day 20. Right, let's crack on with cleaning because it's a mess in it.
So that is as far as I got. So I know it's not a failure. I know that I did get rid of a lot of stuff, but I felt that at a certain point it started to become crazy, because day after day I was getting more and more stuff, which was like in a box next to the door, or it was in a box in my eBay room, because that's what I do. I'm an eBay reseller, so I had like stuff that I was like needed to list on eBay and sell. So it was just like all accumulating, and it was just like more and more stuff to deal with. On the days that it worked were the days where I had an errand to run that day, and I just thought, oh, I'll just declutter this bit and then I'll take that bag with me to the charity bin. So on a few days that I did that, I went past a charity bin and I just put a load of like clothes or whatever, bric-a-brac, in the charity bin. Then the charity bin filled up. So I must have put that amount of stuff in it. And as it became like, 15 plus items, it became a bit of, it was like a lot of stuff to be taking in one bag. So it was like more than a bag, and it was difficult to sort of get rid of it in a day. So I mean, if I'd actually gone on, once I got to that point where I was like, it was 10, 15 odd items, and if I hadn't done it for one day, then it was like 30 items for one day. It was just getting out of control. I live in an apartment, and the stuff was sort of like, although it was like deemed that I was going to get rid of it, I wanted to get rid of it in a responsible way, and it was just even more in the way than when it had been before. So it really wasn't helping. And this is another thing, is I know that I'm not necessarily that organised. One of the reasons that I'm doing this video now is because even my digital clutter is too much. This is day 13 of my Vlogtober for 2022, and I've done 12 videos daily. And I got to like day 11 and my laptop was complaining, and it was saying, you don't have any room, you've got to delete stuff. So I was like deleting stuff, but there was still lots of stuff which I need to like get rid of because it's in the way. My cloud was filled. There was just too much stuff. And the same with my phone. My phone was complaining, saying I just did not have enough memory because I'm holding on to like things. So I just thought I need to do this video today because I know that I've got these snippets of video and they need dealing with. I think we're going to have to move around because the sun is shining on the righteous. Not me, Simon. Right, let's move around. Yeah, it's afternoon sunlight, so it's like a bit weird here. So that's the reason why it failed for me, because I'm in a small 2-bedroom apartment. My husband's here as well. He declutters as and when, and there's just too much stuff. And then with me running my business out of the apartment, I just have too much stuff to deal with on a daily basis in my apartment. It's not like I leave the place and go somewhere and do work and then I come back to it. My work is here. So this decluttering thing was getting in the way instead of helping, it was just adding to my chaos, because reselling when you live, when you resell where you live, it makes it very chaotic anyway. So adding more clutter that's sort of like out and being processed does not help me at all. So as much as it works well for other people, it did not work for me, and it just became a pain in the bottom. So I am going to try again, but this time I'm going to like declutter areas. And you know, I've got a box, an empty box in my storeroom for stuff that I do want to list on eBay, and then the rest of it will go straight to charity shops. Obviously, since I did that decluttering challenge, which was like in summer last year, I have decluttered things, but usually I have a little bag next to the door, and then when it gets, you know, when I fill it, I take it to the charity shop straight away, and I don't sort of hold on to it. That is how it works for me. Doing it all in like one big job lot is great for other people, but it just didn't work for me. It was just too much. It was too cumbersome, and it was just creating more hassle than it should have been. It should have been helpful, and it wasn't for me. So that's the reason that I failed. I am going to continue decluttering, but do it in a more manageable way. Kudos to anybody who can do the 30-day decluttering challenge, but it's just, to do it all in a stretch of 30 days is too much for me. It really is. I'm not a minimalist. I don't think I ever will be, as much as I'd love to be. It only works for those type of people. Some of us will probably always will be disorganized, but I am determined to do some things. So I'm going to like pick like cupboards, and I'm going to deal with them as I go, and make sure that it's not like overwhelming. So thank you for watching. I will be back with more decluttering, and hopefully this time it won't like create chaos. So if you've got something out of this, please subscribe. That would be lovely. I am doing Vlogtober, and I will continue to do Vlogtober. I'm determined to stick to it. And obviously part of my Vlogtober will be decluttering, and it will be my eBay reselling business, which is largely what my channel is about. So yeah, if that's what interests you, then that would be great. You can, love you to join me on this journey of life. But for the time being, I will say goodbye, and Simon will say goodbye, and Ziggy will say goodbye, and thank you. And I will be back again tomorrow with more Vlogtober. Thank you. Goodbye.